family adventures here. Today we're at the garden shop. There's a whole bunch of pretty flowers. Hi. So we bought flowers to go home and make a butterfly garden. Let's go.
Wait, what kind of flowers did we get?
Oh,
Do you remember the names of any of them?
lavender.
Lavender. What else did we get?
I
What's the big one we really wanted to make sure we had?
forgot the name. Mama?
Allie's favorite drink.
Mama?
What's your favorite drink?
My favorite.
What do you always want to drink?
Milk.
Milk.
But milkweed.
Milkweed. We got milkweed. Why did we get milkweed?
So we can have baby caterpillars.
Do you remember what kind?
A monarch.
That's right. All right. So we're going to bring these home.
And
And what?
we're also going to plant them.
And we're going to plant them. That's right. This is our garden space. We still have some weeds in that back corner that need to come up, but it's pretty much bare. And it's taken quite a long time to get that done. Right, Allie?
Yes.
A lot of weeds. So I just dug a really deep hole. And we got the status planted, which are like one of my favorite flowers just because when they dry out, this is obviously like the fresh bloom. And then the dried out bloom. And it's so pretty. It just stays pretty even when it's not blooming anymore. Got the first of our milkweed in the ground. I'm hoping we'll get some really pretty monarch butterflies coming around.
Yeah, then we will catch them.
Do you think we'll be able to catch some monarch butterflies then?
Yeah.
Should we put them in a butterfly house and watch them hatch?
Yeah.
It's always my favorite part of collecting caterpillars. We have to find our house leader, huh? That's a project for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while we were digging, we found this little spider hanging out in our garden. And then Allie wanted to kill him. But I said no, because it's a garden. And where else is he going to live? I just planted the second milkweed, which I thought was the exact same one, but I realized afterwards the one on the front of me here is the silky mix. The one on the right, it has those red flowers in it. Like I predicted, boys have come out to help because they saw how much fun we were having. Right, Ellie? We got your brother to come help dig holes. What happened?
I got bit by an ant
Why?
because I dug into their house.
You dug into their house. There were ants everywhere, huh? And then they crawled up you and they said, no!
No, only one leg.
Only one. Oh, it was only one smart ant? All the other ants were just running around in terror.
I killed one with a shovel.
Oh my goodness. I think if I was an ant, I would run away afraid from you too. Especially if you had a shovel.
But an ant bite me.
And speaking of bugs, Malcolm just dug up this little beetle larvae.
Should I destroy it?
Oh, I told Allie, insects belong in gardens, right?
That's true.
Oh, slimy fat white worm. And he's going to turn into another animal in a minute here. Well, not a minute. Probably a couple weeks. What is it?
It's a big rock.
Was it really hard with the shovel?
Yes.
When you hit it, what sound did it make?
Clink.
Clink. Your shovel couldn't go through it, could it?
No.
All right, so we also Googled what that little larvae bug under the ground that you found was. What was that bug called?
June fly?
A June bug. Those big beetles that buzz around and fly into everybody's hair all the time, right? So I'm kind of glad we dug that up. I'm sure we have a bunch of them in our garden because that's what they do. They lay their eggs underground and then they turn into those white wormy things until they come out in summertime, right? In June, which is next month. Well, like a month and a half. Right, Allie? Yeah.
This is a big enough hole.
Let's see. There's a sunflower and there's a hole. You know how I like to test it? I put the plant, I don't take it out of the pot, but I put it inside the hole to see how much it stands up. So put it inside your hole. Lift it up. Don't drag it. And let's see. I think you have like 4 inches to go. So no, the hole's not big enough yet. And now you know how to judge it for yourself, right? You got this. Ooh, take that hole. So Allie's favorite pink flower is called the Dreamland. But the blue one, which looks, or purple I guess, that looks almost the same, is called a pincushion flower. But it's called butterfly blue. So are they both pincushion flowers, but one's just called Dreamland for the color and the other one's Butterfly Blue for the color? I don't know. But they do look a lot alike. And there's his planted sunflower. So pretty. It almost doesn't look real. It looks like a fake flower. The leaves are just so glossy and green and the yellow is just so bright. Isn't that beautiful? Kids have all left me. Even Allie. I think the ant bite and finding the bugs was just a little too much for her right now. So I think I might just try to do that last plant right behind me, the pink one. And I'll take a break and see if I can get them to come out with me later today. I call this the hot lip flower. I think because they kind of look like they have two lips. But all I know is this one is the biggest plant we have. And I've dug this hole so deep now. And I don't think it's deep enough. And I'm starting to hit the clay bottom. You can kind of see it down there, which is really hard to dig out. And probably not a good choice for my last flower after we've already done all the others. It's a lot of work. Say that's deep enough because I just don't want to dig anymore. It's pretty close. We might have a little mound around it, but that'll be okay. We did it! It fit in the ground. I'm so glad I didn't have to make that any deeper. And we're only down to a few of the smaller plants. We just have the little ones that we're going to fit in between. And one last lavender. So it shouldn't be too long now until we're all done. So we're back at it. I only have Allie right now though. The boys don't want to help anymore.
Yeah.
Gardening was hard work, wasn't it, Allie? Especially because the ground, I don't know, this part of our garden is, the ground's a lot harder, isn't it?
Yes.
It's like, I can't see. There you are. Now I can see you. Your hat covers your face and I just can't see you at all, Allie.
Wait.
There's those pretty eyes. And so Allie's been working and working and working just for a tiny little hole for her little, what were they called? Pincushion flowers?
Yes.
Yes. Hopefully she'll get that done soon. And I'm going to work on the last larger plant we have, the lavender. But you can see the hole right next to it. It's a lot of work. But thankfully the weather today has stayed really cool, hasn't it?
Yes, I'm not.
Like it's been like really sunny this time of day. But it's all overcasty, which is so nice. It's the perfect day to actually do this project. And I'm glad it worked out that way. Because we did not plan this in advance, did we, Allie? No.
Hi guys. Now, because I made the hole deep enough, I'm trying to get it out.
All right, all loosened up. Allie should be able to do it now. Pull it out gently. Pull, pull, pull. There you go. And then you just put it in your hole. Oh, wait. I don't think your hole is deep enough yet. Can I help you just a little bit? I'm going to make your hole a little deeper and then you can dig it in, okay? Okay. I got some more dirt and that looks good. Now it's not like sticking wet. Now, yep, just push all the dirt in around it now. Most of the dirt's right here that I dug up, sweetie. Towards me. There you go. Good job.
Now I need some over here.
On the back, huh? Oh, it's beautiful, Allie. You did a great job. Your flower looks so pretty. Allie, you did that one almost completely by yourself.
Yes.
Look up. There you were. Was it fun?
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
It's raining sand from out of the sky.
It's raining sand. It's raining dirt. It's not sand, right?
It's sand.
It's sand. Like at the beach? Or the playground? Yeah. I don't know. This sand's kind of hard to dig on. And I'm pretty sure we wouldn't be able to make a sandcastle with it.
I would.
You think we could?
Look, I made a sandcastle.
Oh, look at your pretty sandcastle.
No.
It looks like a small hill. Allie,
What?
your face is exactly how I feel right now.
Look.
We dug up fur. And since we bought this house, I'm worried that maybe the owners before us might have buried an animal there.
Maybe a doggy.
Or a cat. Or maybe it's something else. Or maybe the coyotes did it because there's coyotes in our area. So I'm not sure I want to keep digging a hole for the lavender right there. But at the same time, if there is something buried there, I don't know if I want to leave it buried there.
Yeah, it could still be alive.
Well, it's not alive. It wouldn't be able to breathe under there. Right?
Yeah.
But I'm not sure I'd want something.
You can dig it up while I go tell the boys.
Yeah, why don't you go tell the boys, see if they want to see it. So Teddy wasn't interested, but Malcolm was.
Chichi says keep digging it up and see what it is.
Ooh, I kind of think we should. So there's the fur. Grandma and Malcolm both say dig up the fur. So let's do it, right?
I don't want a dead cat or something to be under there.
Me either. Let's see what happens, okay?
Okay.
So I'm getting a little creeped out from this. The fur is definitely attached to something, and I'm not sure I want to actually dig it up. So I think we might just leave it there and pretend this never happened and dig a hole somewhere else for the lavender bush. What do you guys think? Really long. It's like at least 1.5 feet long. We just kept digging and following it through. And if you look, I think there's some cloth mixed in it. So I think our mystery's been solved. It's not fur.
I'm going to school dig.
Allie thinks it might still be an animal down there.
Yes.
But considering we haven't found any bones, I'm 90% sure this is just a really old, degraded ground cover for blocking weeds and things. And it's just been there a really, really long time.
What does degraded mean?
Degraded means it started to dissolve and biodegrade and break down into its little bits, which is why it looks like fur instead of a big sheet. I'm pretty sure that's all it is. So we're still safe for planting our lavender there. In our now massive hole that's way too big for our lavender. But that's okay.
I'm still going to dig.
You're still going to dig? Okay. To dig the first part of the hole a little bit deeper, and when we did, we found more of the furry stuff on this side. Allie's still working on it, but the lavender's ready to go in.
No, can I still dig like yellow?
You still want to dig? Well, it's going to be hard for me to plant and bury it if you're still digging.
I want to see what happened there.
You're like a little archaeologist, aren't you?
Imagine if it could be a dinosaur.
A furry dinosaur? Maybe. A new kind of dinosaur that has fur instead of scales or feathers. That would be pretty cool.
Well, the feathers could just like kind of like dissolve very like into that. Oh, caveman.
A caveman. It's a caveman.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they would have found a caveman when they built our house.
Why?
Because this area was built. Especially when they put the wall in and the sprinklers and things. I don't think it's a caveman or a dinosaur. But you never know, right?
Maybe someone found it and they hide it in the backyard.
Maybe it's a secret dinosaur.
And someone found and they like, no one's supposed to know about it, then they hide.
Maybe.
And
All right.
they forgot about it and they moved.
Maybe they hit it and then forgot about it. That could have happened. All right. Oh my gosh, we already have our first butterfly for our butterfly garden. I didn't get it on video fast enough, but he was on some of our flowers. Now he's up in the tree behind our yard here. It's a really pretty swallowtail. Hopefully he's the first of many butterflies to come hang out in our garden area. Woo! All the pretty flowers. So I was just watering the garden because, we just planted them and we want them to get nice and established and be happy because there's already one that's not looking very happy. And 2 more butterflies, swallowtails, just flew through again, which was awesome. Just 2 of them. So maybe we'll have some caterpillars and things coming up soon too. I've got to be like the only gardener who's excited about caterpillars. Pretty much done with the garden and we're wrapping it up, right, Allie? Yes. Yeah, Allie just came out again. So thank you so much for watching our garden video. We'll have another video of us out here in the garden later, hopefully this week, because Malcolm's got a big project he's going to be doing. I don't know if you remember earlier, we mentioned putting a turtle house into that one corner. So he still has to build his turtle house. So we should hopefully have a video of us starting on that project too. So stay tuned.
Hi guys. Like and subscribe until our next